Hey everyone, Stoney on scene here in the historic town commons of Tarboro, North Carolina, to guide you all around where the 1987 classic was shot entirely on location here and around eastern North Carolina. Now the film in question, summer heat, and it's actually a really hot day here in June, so I'm trying not to sweat too much on camera. But anyway, very little of what was shot here in the town of Tarboro made it to the final edit for some reason or the other. Granted, it is the 80s and this is before digital, so things happen, give or take. But anyway, I'll get into that more as I move along here. But this is the first episode of my Carolina Film Classics movie location series where I like to, start this endeavor in the towns that I actually lived in and worked. So it means a lot to carry on this adventure with me. But if this is the type of thing you're interested in, please consider subscribing, and in the comments, tell me where I should go next. And let's get moving. Alright, so this is where the warehouse would have stood, where the opening sequence was shot. And somewhere back there at the edge of the lot is where they would probably have the camera position angled this direction and slowly panned. As you can see, it's all torn down now. And lo and behold, this place was under my nose the entire time. So I live right around the corner here. Let's walk around a little bit. This warehouse to the right is still actively storing and curing tobacco, I believe. Well, maybe not curing. But yeah, the lot over here where this yellow house is, that's where I thought it was, but I was wrong. And actually, I used to live in that yellow house right there. So yeah, such close proximity. I had known they filmed at the mansion, but I did not know this was also the set at one point in time. As you can see, this would have been the loading bay door, I believe. I have to look at the picture and know exactly. And thanks to the Robertsonville Reporter for showing me that. But yeah, let's get on to the next site. And here we are at the historic McKendree Church, established in 1871. And as you can see, it's really gated off here. And I see exactly why they chose this place. Let's look how beautiful it is. It's very cinematic. But yeah, right over there in the middle of the screen is where the scene would have been shot. I'm going to have to change lenses so I could show you a little bit, a little bit closer. So bear with me for 1 second. Okay, I've changed the lenses so I can actually show you a little bit better viewing angle here. So right in about the center of the screen here is where a lot of the actors were in, facing the left, which would have been in front of a freshly dug grave. But yeah, notice how these headstones close to the wall there are just really aged out to the AC unit there. But yeah, Lori would have been standing left and Aaron standing right of that headstone right there. But this is Terry. I haven't had time to headstone, but this is definitely one of those places where I could spend a lot longer if I had the the extra time to do so. But while I'm at it, I want to give a thanks to Niki Stroud. She was actually one of the child actors in the scene right there beside Kathy Bates. But yeah, it was her family's church. Still is. They let me out here, so I'm grateful for that. But yeah, as you can see, graves just go all the way around the church. But anyway, let's take you on to the next scene. Here we are at the roundabout. Right there is the clinic that they shot at. I'm going to go ahead and cross the street now. Well, unfortunately I can't show anybody the interiors of this building because it's been since converted to condos, but right about where the middle of the screen is, there was a wall, if you remember in the movie. That's since been gone. They've cleared out a lot here, but this is it here. This is where they would have filmed. And up here, I don't know if it shows up, but it's, you see his name actually up top here. It says Quiggles Clinic. That may be a little bit out of focus, but yeah, this is where roughly the camera would have been. They shot a wide shot of the car pulling in near middle screen, then they tracked. And right about here is where the camera would have stopped panning, give or take. But yeah, they completely redone the front of there, unfortunately, so that beautiful woodwork is gone. But the building remains. And down here, this is new to me, but I believe they made a whole park. So definitely check this out if you're in the area. I've actually not done it myself, but I don't have time to do it today, unfortunately, so. But yeah, just wanted to show that this park here exists now. At the time that it didn't, of course. But anyway. Oh, here's a sign here. Let's read this sign together. And by the way, happy Juneteenth, everybody. It is June the 19th, and pretty nice. I get to be here in historic downtown Princeville / Tarboro, because this is kind of where the the cutoff is on the river here. But anyway, let's just keep moving down the line. And this is the courthouse where they shot the the main court sequence. And if you look across town here, well, I say the street actually, all this still stands. Yeah, very opulent courthouse. The far side over there, it kind of mirrors this one, but I haven't got permission to go in here, and it is closed at the moment. However, just want to give you all a little bit of perspective on the real size of this place. It's massive. I don't remember if these rails are in the movie or not. We'll find out, but yeah, they would have been filming somewhere in this, where I'm about to stand. So they would have probably been facing about somewhere in this general direction, and they would have panned, which would have been through here. Just massive. Still standing though. I'm pretty sure the interior is the same. I haven't looked inside, but these buildings across the street here, all are still standing and all relatively upkept, surprisingly. Can't really say the exact same about Robertsonville, but it's getting a little better there. The other swing was here.
I don't know if I trust it now, though. Those light fixtures are in the movie. Like that one, you can see behind them, when they're on the porch, which I don't know that that's a light fixture that would have been around in 1914, but it is in the movie.
Yeah. There's a gentleman, they were sitting right about this here direction.
I think,
in the rocking chairs.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand to center of this area because it's really dodgy.
They were rude to that kid.
As you see here, the pillars completely into the foliage.
Yeah, that's a bit rough.
But yeah, remarkable bones.
Yeah, like I said, the box is good. Porch, you can literally see it doing that.
Whew. Yeah, gone are the days houses had these beautiful shutters.
Yeah, yeah.
Heavy hinge too.
Yeah, see that? That's what locks it out right there. Just having that just sit on that.
Yeah.
That's not good. Caring about stuff that's filmed there because they film it all there.
Hope you don't mind me getting you a clip of that.
Oh, no.
This seems interesting.
There we go. Look, it came off in one nice piece. We will save this for later.
Yeah. First time that's seen light. Close to a century.
Out from the town. Something like that.
Yeah, it's
But I gotta have something to do.
best I can do is this. Huge vault. Crank up the ISO so you can see a little bit better here. Well, it's a heavy door. This would be the second vault I've seen in an abandoned location, but this is not an abandoned location. Also a patent. Very beautiful. That's why I get in the corner here and show y'all how the space opens up. You drop that down. Just beautiful wood panel molding everywhere. And of course you have this huge safe. Somehow not making the floor cave in. But there is a bit of a sag going on, as one could expect. In this space, you crank it up again here. Not too sure where to step just of yet. As you can see by the roof upstairs is kind of in a state of repair. Always try to tell where the most dense area is when you walk in places like this. Right there is about the stud, so I'm gonna kind of stay to this side. But yeah, the windows here. Let me drop that down. Beautiful sunroom. Again, the floor is real squishy. But just look at the beautiful wood paneling on the first side there. Alright, double out. Let's begin making our way up these steps here. I'm greeted with this beautiful painting. And he was telling me how grand this is when the golden hour time hits. And there's a particular doorknob here that's crystal, and the light hits it just right. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I can only imagine what it's like being here for a full day and seeing all the light cycles. And again, interesting array of stairs. I don't really see them like this often. Let's see, have a look at the ceiling real quick to show y'all. Could be a little better, but even so, really not all that bad. I'll step out there in 1 second, and you can see that they have a tile floor. I will show you. As I mentioned, beautiful crystal doorknobs. Look at the tile here. Wow. This is actually opulent. And this claw foot bathtub. This thing's a little gnarly. Don't know if it's still connected. Seems to be. But yeah, the mold from this being a bathroom is apparent. Look at this fixture. I am just such a lover of these floors. And I believe these are light fixtures of some capacity. I don't know what they would have looked like in their prime, but I'll just show you outside for a second and drop the ISO all the way down. Now down here is where some exterior shots were done. Most of it's fallen off the sides you see, but you have a good view of the ceiling and the state that it's in. If I put my camera to the side here, I'll let you have a looky. But yeah, right down there where that guardrail is. So they had the actresses. You know, they were the ones that sat at steps there. They're gone now, but most of the actual lattice that you see in the movie, well, here's what's left of it. Figured I'd show a little above view while I'm still up here. Ooh. And this is not the room I was told Kathy Bates' hair scene was in. I think this is a different one. Oh wow! Okay. Look at the shade of this place. Let me turn my lighting up a little bit. Yeah, Sky is Falling comes to mind. Beautiful sky blue. It was nice to see a bunch of paint blue on the front porch area. You drop the ISO down a bunch more. I want to be able to walk through here. Oh, look at this place, man. Drop it all the way down. Across the way is a bank. And maybe it's kind of hard to tell now, but we change that some. You can see the town in the back there. You see the top of the bank building above that brick bank right there. Yeah. I was just down there as he was taking some of the railing off. But yeah, just it's gnarly looking, isn't it? Alright, this is the room that Kathy Bates would have been in, from what we've been told. Yeah, just look at this wallpaper. Was seen better days there on the door. This one, I'm not sure what angle they would have shot here. I have to look back at the movie and see what kind of angles they have. Maybe it was just from the window side. Hard to tell. But yeah, I'm standing in the same room Miss Kathy Bates stood when they filmed Summer Heat in 1987. Of course, these Fisher speakers weren't initially here. Like that random crucifix here. Can I get a focus on that? Here we go. Nice little touch. Now to give a little perspective of the outside. And this is above the porch. You see how it has a double situation there, and across the way, it's not a twin mansion, but it's very similar in its style and of the era, of course. This place needs an awful lot of love, and you can see the stucco is still there. Maybe I'm not using the right word, sorry. But yeah. What an interesting place this is. Alright, now leaving the Kathy Bates room. And they even got a cool insignia on there. Not sure what it's supposed to be. Oh, just a closet? Yeah. I don't like looking through closets. Thought that led out to this area. Before I go to the left, I'll show you what this looks like as far as I'm willing to take you, because it is not, as they would say, safe, but you get a really cool view of the light fixture here. that you otherwise can't get a good shot of. If I can focus through that. Here we go. Beautiful paint blue. You can just really get a look at how overgrown that is and how the molding's finally starting to give way. But yeah, so much glass in this old place. And I believe this would have been a, not a dumbwaiter? Oh, this would have been electrical. And there's another set of stairs that leads to the attic. I'm not sure if I'll go up there just yet. But seems to be a photograph that was eaten up. Okay. Not too sure what this would have been of, but it seems to be older pictures of the house. Okay. I was told about this cradle. I like that pillow. What a bright, bright room. This is like Nickelodeon orange. Okay. Oh my god. I may hit the jackpot of beautiful wallpaper here. Wow, and even somebody's old pup right there on the mantle. Well, not mantle. Shelves. A lot of these are original to the owners. Just incredible. Walk back through here one last time. That's a closet. I'm not even going to bother opening the door because I don't know what of his stuff he put in here. And I respect people's privacy. Oh, sorry, it's all whited out there. But yeah. Let's get one last look through this window here. It's kind of a washed out view, but in the movie, you can see that house across the way. Let me adjust this real fast, sorry. Yeah, in the movie you see this hop of that house right there, and I'm focusing in the middle. And the house that was in that lot is torn down since then. But that's where she once stood. Okay. Now to drink this camera ISO up. Gotta burn the battery here. I just wanted to see what was in this corner before I went around the other side. It doesn't seem to be anything too notable, but let's see what's in here. Some old writing on the timber. I don't know how safe it is to walk in here, and there's honestly nothing to see. I mean, yeah, there's really nothing going on here. At one point in time, this was somebody's maybe bathroom. Seems like there was plaster in here at one time. If I had to give a guesstimation. Alright, moving on. Okay, I didn't show this room, but there's really nothing to see here. Too crazy. Not sure how these made their way into this room, but seems this to be a old walk-in closet. Now the part I'm actually kind of nervous about here. the attic. The darkest attic I've seen in a while. Maybe I should have my phone out for this. Phone's out in front of me. As you can see, there's a lot of bird droppings all throughout the way here. I don't know if there's anything worth seeing up here, to be honest, and there's no handrails, so kind of paranoid here. Yeah, I don't feel safe up here. Unless he's been up here before me. I don't know if I could trust what I have to ask him. I'm gonna walk back through. But maybe when it's more stable, I can show y'all a little bit more views around this place. Alright, well, I want to show this part to end it, I guess, for this level. Of course, this is a nice little addition here. I already showed this angle from above, so I'm going to make my way out of here. Okay, so this room's a little bit cluttered, so I didn't really want to spend a lot of time in here, but I figured I'd show you all the blue tile bathroom here. This one's a little bit more modern. I would say like mid-century style. Because my old house had these same type of tile toothbrush holders. Hello everybody, it's me again. You know, I gotta do my little mirror introduction. But yeah, they have a wraparound shower bit here. I don't really want to look inside there, but you get the idea. It's just a modernized bathroom with some, once again, interesting wallpaper choices. I like it. Now aside from the other end, as you can see, I was up top there filming through those windows. And I think I should be able to get through here. I should be able to actually. Here. I guess this would have been a well at some point in time. Hard to say. I say that because of course we got this butter pipe right to the side of that. But yeah, this is where they shot the exteriors. I'll walk around to that side I pointed out when I was inside. And the tree's still standing from the movie. Right there. Let's see if I could try to line up this shot here with what was. And you can see the ladder, the staircase going straight up. And there once was a staircase, the short one right here where the handrail leads from. Let me open my shutter up there a bit. But yeah. A bit of movie history right here. And there's one shot you could see with the door open behind where this one led up, where they're sitting up here. The bugs are all on me right now because he's cutting grass, and that's how it is. So I'm going to respectfully get away from that corner. But yeah, they have a lot of original fixtures here, and I didn't get a chance to go to that top area there, and I might not even be able to go up that stair set. I haven't looked at it too close. I think it may lead to a closed off door anyway, so I'm not going to really bother. But I will show a little bit closer here again. Just to show the state we're dealing with here. And again, hate blue on the ceiling. So many mosquitoes, I gotta back away. I can't even open my eyes long enough. But yeah. This is where it happened. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the ending I wanted with this video. The owner of the farmhouse they used for the majority of the movie, I wasn't able to find them. After a whole week of searching and a lot of people helping. However, here's Watson Brown when he was last around there about 10 years ago, I believe. And pictures, you can tell that it was in a pretty rough state. And you can only imagine what it looks like now. So, if anything, it'll be nice to tour the outside. I can't find the interior being safe to navigate, even though it is not a very big house. But I am grateful for the opportunities that I've had this past month to make it this far. And if you would like to see a part 2, let me know in the comments. And if you like this type of content, consider subscribing. And I hope you'll have a great night.